Jackson Radio Show.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Kevin Jackson here. Been talking about this Harvey Weinstein thing. Fact that his brother, well, the notion that his brother may have been the person that turned him in to the New York Times. And the bigger notion that everybody already knew what Harvey Weinstein was up to, the $170 million, that's his net worth, guy who founded Miramax, he and his brother, a company named after their parents, Miriam and Max, who made a few movies with that and later sold it, made their money there, and then started their own company called the Weinstein Company, where they've now had a lot of success, 6 Oscars in a row. And that's kind of where I want to put our focus for just a bit. The success of these brothers going to Hollywood, doing their thing. Apparently, they've got an eye for how to edit. They took a film when they started Miramax. They bought 2 films in the overseas that were for Amnesty International, combined them into one, made this sort of anti-cop film, then made The Thin Blue Line, and that in 1988, and that became their first sort of, that's what put them on the map, sold the company, started their own, and have had 6 hits and are up for a new set of Oscars. See, because the left loves to give awards. They love to give awards. And I want you to understand that from the moment this guy started his company to where we sit right now, I'm talking about Harvey, he has been a sexual predator operating with impunity in Los Angeles, California, in Hollywood, and everywhere else. And he's been hobnobbing with the biggest people on the planet, probably has a suite at Epstein's private island. And is it anybody's surprise that a guy who does what he does is good friends with the Clintons? Good friends with the Obamas. Yeah. So the whole Hollywood entertainment industry, the leftism, the progressivism, the guys that pay Harvey Weinstein your tax dollars to make films that essentially go against everything you think, everything you believe. He'll make them. Harvey, we'd really like to get a film that showcase, how great the Obama administration was. And, talks about progressivism. Harvey, we got a lot of these things we need to get done. And, you the man. Well, you know what, Barack? You're so right. Look, we could probably put something together for you. If you could just find us maybe $50 or $100 million, I'd be happy to do it. All right, well, consider it done. That's how that stuff goes. How does anybody look? How much money do Barack Obama talks about? There's so much money you can make. This guy's amassed $170 million shooting video. I mean, look, I'm not mad at him. We pay a crazy amount of money to go see this drivel. And if they figured out a ruse, fine. We need to figure out a ruse that pays us for being good, solid Americans. Because these guys have figured out a ruse for sedition. And they get crazy money. This guy has added nothing to the American fabric. Nothing. He can't point to anything he's built. I'm not dismissing the fact that he makes film. It's artistic. How much should an artist be worth? $170 million? Holy cow. Well, Kevin, it is for the arts. I mean, and you're one of those conservatives. You don't value the arts. You don't understand that government's interaction with the arts is important and blah, blah, blah. Oh, I understand it. I'm an artist. I'd like to get some of that government funding for my art. My art is beating up on leftists. Isn't that an art form? I make it an art form. That's right. High five. Shoot. Are you kidding? This is the highest form of art right here. I don't get a nickel. I'm going to start applying for grants under Trump. I'm going to call it the art of whooping liberals' butts. And see, Kevin Jackson makes a film, does a treatment on, the Kevin Jackson one-man play. I may just go all out. Art of kicking butt. Why not? Well, y'all looking at me crazy. Well, you're laughing at me, but I mean, you're laughing with me, right? Okay, good. Because there's something there. Sometimes on this radio show, we come up with things that's got a kernel of truth to it that we got to follow up on. I wish I had more staff. We should be doing this. But look, these guys go on. What do they do? He's out there for decades molesting women, putting them in compromising positions, pardon the pun, and they do nothing. They look the other way. They continue to tell us what we're doing. You men on the right, you are lecherous men. For what? What do we do? For opening your door? Don't dare open my door. What do you think I am? I can open my own doors. Oh, sorry. Thought you had those packages there and you were, had your dog on the leash. Just thought I'd help. They accuse us of just being the most heinous of people. Meanwhile, Harvey's molesting all of them in Hollywood. Hey, you want to watch me shower? Why don't you come do what they call it, tuck-in service or turn-down service? Because they do it in the hotel every now and then when I stay at a good one. No, but Mr. Jackson, would you like me to turn down your bed? No, it's okay. I can do it myself, but I appreciate the offer. I don't want anybody saying Kevin's a Harvey. No, I'll turn my own bed down. Thank you, Guatemalan maid lady. That's why I get my midgets. I cannot interrupt my flow of midgets. Guatemalan midgets. They're the best. They're the best. So anyway, Weinstein's got the most successful production career going in contemporary Hollywood. He wins 6 Best Pictures. It lends his name to dozens of other critically acclaimed films and television shows. This guy can pick winners. And interestingly, the big question in Hollywood has nothing to do with the likely hundreds of women he has sexually abused. No, the big question in Hollywood, everybody, is whether or not Weinstein's Oscar streak will be broken. Dun, dun, dun. That's the big question in Hollywood. Page 6 reported, Hollywood insiders are taking side over whether Harvey Weinstein's sexual harassment allegations will spell the end of his Oscar-winning streak. The horror! This year, the Weinstein Company has 2 films that could be potential awards bait. Wind River, starring Jeremy Renner, and The Current War, with Benedict Cumberbatch as Thomas Edison and Michael Shannon as George Westinghouse. But one Oscars insider predicts the industry will turn its back on Harvey after his sexual harassment allegations. But another Hollywood insider countered, I would like to think that the Academy doesn't hold this against the filmmakers. Folks, it's about the art. Yeah, don't hold the sexual harassment of hundreds of women against this man's art. We can't go breaking the streak now, can we? And I love that Hollywood is taking sides in this debate. Should Weinstein get more Oscars now that we know he's a sexual predator who's ruined the lives of countless women? We'll take a commercial break and we'll be right back. And they wonder why I call them Holly Weirdos. Seriously. This is a discussion. What would we be discussing? And I'll leave you to think about that during the break.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.